Welcome, everyone, to the ultimate game in the college football season. Everything has built to this, the battle for the national championship and college football immortality, a moment that every young football player grows up dreaming about. And these two teams have survived the expanded playoff grind. They have battled through a regular season, multiple playoff victories, all sorts of challenges and adversity, and they've arrived at this moment, the battle for that precious trophy. As we'll see the number 11 seed in this playoff, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on another team from the SEC, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here as always by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, everything has been building to this. It's time for the national championship. Let's crown a champion. Here we go with the kickoff. This is it, the ultimate game in college football, national championship at stake. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and to bring the football to the 25-yard line. The Aggies offense has the football first here today. Well, here we go. The energy in this building is absolutely amazing, Kirk. We are just 60 minutes away from crowning a new national champion in college football.
And think about it as a player, this is really what you dream about. This is what you work towards, having an opportunity to get to the national championship. Both these teams have worked hard. Now they're here. Let's see how it plays out.
After the first down loss, it's second and long from the 22. To the air, it's Weigman. Looks toward the sideline and finds the running back. They bring him down quickly, a short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker. Offense facing a third and long from the 28. Got to have your pass protection in order on this play. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking to make a big play downfield. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. And the Aggies come to the line in a hurry up.
In all of our prep work coming into this national championship, I really wondered how this secondary would hold up against this quarterback and this group of receivers. They better be ready to make some adjustments because right now, this quarterback is having his way with it.
Here's the second down play. Takes the handoff. It's Owens. And they tackle him, but a nice pickup on that running play.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle at the line of scrimmage.
Out of the gun now on third down. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. The gain is not enough for first down, so it brings up a fourth and short. The Aggies will bring their punt team on the field now. That takes a big bounce and rolls all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So Alabama's offense gets their first crack now. Well, it's not easy to narrow down the impact players to just a few guys, Kirk, but what do you expect from them today?
Well, we got guys that can make plays as well as anybody in the country on both sides of the ball. That's why I think this matchup is so exciting. Two good teams with great individual players.
First down here for this offense. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Wow, taking a shot on the very first play. And is intercepted. Going the other way, can they stop him? And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Sometimes that primetime game, the whole nation is watching, brings out some extra energy, some nerves. Maybe the quarterback is feeling that a little bit. I did not expect him to throw a pick, especially on the opening drive.
An explosive play. They'll finally make the tackle down at the 27-yard line.
Huge gain here by Texas A&M on a perfectly thrown ball and a great play by the wide receiver on the back end. These Texas A&M receivers can hurt you with their speed and execution when they get the ball thrown.
Got space looking for the end zone here. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, A&M.
Chris, it's a great touchdown run here by this back, but the continuity of this offensive line was on display, and that's the reason he was able to get into the end zone.
PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Fields it just outside the goal line. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. The last possession ended quickly. An interception on the first play. Let's see if they can do better here. The senior able to make the stop after a short gain. The offense goes 5 wide in the backfield. Looking downfield, it's Simpson. Short pass finds the tight end. Tackle is made, just a short gain after the completion.
Well, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
Talk about aggressive. The head coach keeping the offense on the field inside their own 30. With the catch, it's Prentice. There's the tackle, but first down yardage.
Boy, that conversion right there was an absolute dart by the quarterback, hitting his receiver, and the ball comes out that fast to put so much pressure on the defense to locate the football, let alone trying to get their hands on it.
There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Looking to chuck it again. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up third down. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. There's some pre-snap movement. Back in motion. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. And they heave it deep downfield. Catch is made way down inside the 30. And he finally steps out of bounds after a huge gain. It'll be first down and goal. This is Alabama. Quickly down the field. First and goal, handoff. And he's able to find some running room. Nice pickup. It's a second and goal play for the offense. And they're trying to punch it in here. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Alabama. Who says he needs explosive plays, Kirk? That was a long, grinding scoring drive.
And think about this. This is the national championship. And you're able to execute like that against this quality of a defense. And that is a great job by the coordinator and the quarterback being in sync and putting together a heck of a drive.
Bringing it out. It's Daniels. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. Great possession last time. They punch it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? Gonna run it. It's Moss. And bulldozing his way through. Tackle made after a solid gain. Will spot the ball at the 34.
Chris, the thing that I love about this play is the running back showing great patience and then the vision to find that hole and then accelerate through it for a nice gain.
Fighting him off. They've got him down out near the 40.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Crucial third down play right here. Dropping back, it's Weigman. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They make the stop just short of the marker. It's going to be fourth down and inches. And the Aggies will have to kick it away. And he'll kick it away now for the second time. Running it back, it's Adams. The returner is brought down. Gets a start with the next drive. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. The passing game was clicking beautifully in the last drive, right down for a touchdown. Let's see if they can do it again. Grab behind the line. It's Young. He's going to lose yardage there. The defense closed in and forces him out of bounds. After the loss on first down, it's second and long from the 22. Offense looking to throw the ball. Grab down the middle. It's Prentice. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
Well, you can tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that in route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
And that is a first down gain. Moves the ball to the 40.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. It makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
And a nice first down game there. They get him down, but very close to the first down marker. Come to the line for second down and very short now. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Inside the 40 now. They make the tackle, but that's an excellent gain. Moves the ball to the 33.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Running back grabs it on a screen. And the tackle is made. The defense was ready for that screen. They stop and shorten the first down.
Now the defense plays it pretty well. Force the quarterback to make the throw in front of you as a defense. Then you square up and make the tackle. Force them to do something special after the catch. That tactic works here. Now we've got a fourth down.
Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Looking to throw it from the red zone. It's a quick grab. Brought down at the 5 after the catch. The offense really threatening now.
That's another positive game here for this offense. And this defensive coordinator is going to have to make some kind of adjustments to get this quarterback out of his rhythm. It's the national championship, man. You've got to take chances and mix up your coverages because right now what you're doing just isn't working.
Oh, man.
Offense facing second and goal. Dropping back. It's Simpson. Has caught. Can he get in? And he will score. Touchdown. Tie. So a long, methodical scoring drive. Great execution with championship pressure.
Man, this is the biggest stage that you can play on. You're in the national championship, and drives like that are going to wear down the opponent physically and mentally. This wasn't an accident. They were very intentional in how they worked their way down the field, and it pays off in the end.
And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Aggies offense back on the field. They were forced to punt last time. Can they get this offense going finally? Get some points out of this possession. Finds room at the 30. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down. How aggressive will they be on this first down play? On the run, it's Moss. They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about.
Hold it. Open.
Obviously, the defense will decline that penalty on the offense and take the result of that play. Offense getting set. Second down play here. It's a run. Running back's got it. They tackle him right at the 35-yard line.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Throws it to the right. Who makes the grab? Brought down to the 46. Good enough for a first down. The Aggies looking to use the up-tempo offense here.
Well, this is why this guy's one of the top wide receivers in college football. It's third down. The defense knows you're probably going to go to him, and they still can't stop them from coming down with a big play.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on third and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. He's got it for a big gain. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
Well, if I'm this defense, you get these guys to third down, you better bracket or double team some kind of coverage roll to this receiver to take him away. This guy makes another big play.
Texas A&M has moved into the red zone now. Takes the handoff again. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Looking downfield, it's Weigman. When the pressure gets home, it's a sack.
And just like that, you go from knocking on the door, ready to put points on the board. As we all know, when you move down inside the 10-yard line and you decide to throw the ball, things happen fast. You got to make quick decisions and get the ball out of your hands.
They bring him down. It's a very solid game, but still well short of the first down.
Chris, it's pretty surreal to get to the national championship in this day and age of college football. When everybody wants to spread you out and throw the football, this offense has been pounding the rock all year long. And here, how about the first half? This back is having a big day.
Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And this national championship game is now dead even, Kirk. We're going to have a fun finish here.
And maybe I'm being hopeful, but this has to... Let's take a classic right now. The way these teams are matching each other at an elite level in the national championship, it's getting more advanced the further we go. I'm with you. Maybe it comes down to the wire.
Now they get set to kick it away. They'll return it from inside the 10-yard line. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. The last possession was a passing game clinic. They moved it right down for a touchdown. Can they keep it going? Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. They'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over in that time.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs. Alabama getting set for the 1st and 10 coming up. Back to throw. It's Simpson. Lofting it toward the left sideline. Deep shot caught right at the 10. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
And the extra point was up and good. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. And here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. A little bit of my turn, your turn so far in the early going. Both offenses scoring touchdowns in their last possession. Here's a shot toward the right sideline. And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
Oh, my gosh, Chris, just what they wanted. You've got a chance to make a huge play. Everybody does their job. Great route. Quarterback puts it right on the money, and he just drops it.
A tough situation for the offense. 3rd and long from their 25. Let's see if the defense brings some heat here. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Pulls it in. It's Tease.
On third downs like this, you can only allow completions in front of you as long as you can protect the sticks. That's what the defense did here. They knew the sticks were, and they were able to make the tackle short of the line.
The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. They tackle him right at the 35-yard line. Getting set. Here's second down. They'll ride the back again here. Tackled at the 40. That'll earn a fresh set of downs. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. He'll hand it off. Solid run. Tackled at the 45-yard line. So Alabama will take the lead into the quarter break here. We've reached the end of one in this battle for the national championship. Before moving on, let's check out the stats so far. Will the offenses continue to dominate, or will the defenses show up here as we begin the second quarter? What's the play call here on second down for this offense? They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense.
I like the idea of mixing it up from time to time because he can't be too predictable. But the execution was a little bit off on this one. He's going to have to go back to the drawing board.
And he moves the ball across midfield and picks up a first down.
The defense bailed out in coverage a little too quickly, and we're not in position for that run play. Safe to say they'll probably be a little bit more disciplined on that next third down.
And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. Quick throw complete to the tight end. They get him down, but the game moves the ball to the 37.
You know, plays like this are what Alabama offense is all about. They run the football, and then they're efficient within their passing game. Think about it. They won a couple national championships with Greg McElroy and A.J. McCarron by just being efficient and playing smart into position and being a great complement to that running game in the defense.
Seventh play of the drive coming up. Direct snap to the back. The junior able to bring him down quickly. Alabama comes up to the line quickly. Oh, it's snapped to the back. He shreds the tackle. Tackle made at the 26. Good enough for a first down.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running...
Touchdown, Bama. This quarterback on fire today. So the offense clicking now, Kirk, building the lead, and this thing could get out of hand.
Well, it's just complete domination. The offense is executing and doing their job, putting points on the board. The defense has shown up, prepared, ready to play. It just feels like this game's getting sideways in a hurry.
And they tack on the extra point. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And it's fielded. Returner trying to create a big play here. And the coverage team pins him in and brings him down. And the Texas A&M offense heads back out onto the field. Are coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, textbook job by the defense, surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Looking for some space. It's Moss. Finding some room at the 25. Tackled right at the 30. Good enough to move the sticks.
Nice first down here by Texas A&M. The offensive line gets a hat on a hat. It's a good push. And once again, you see the history and tradition of Texas A&M.
Oh, the pass is picked off. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Boy, Chris, he hesitated just enough to give the defense a chance to get in position and come up with a big turnover.
Comes the Alabama offense onto the field. They've really built momentum in this game. It's been hard to stop. Can the defense make some adjustments? Come up with a stop here. Nowhere to run up the middle.
That back just had nowhere to go. Gotta give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Important second down play coming up. Finds his man. It's Prentice. Tackle made after a big gain.
Boy, a huge play by this offense. A good throw, nice accurate throw. But I think it's the run after the catch that really impresses me. And early in this game, you got to think they're going to continue to go back to him until this defense shows that they can slow him down.
And he's finally tackled at the 3. Defense getting pushed backwards. So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Takes the toss, testing the right side here. And he runs out of bounds there to avoid the contact and take the loss. So here we go, third down. Defense needs to stop here, trying to force a field goal attempt. Launching one to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Alabama.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession and then in a pick. Keeping it on the ground here. And the ball to the ground. He quickly lands on it and prevents the turnover. Hold on here a second. The replay booth has signaled they want to take another look at this one. So after taking a closer look, the officials will overturn that. Offense getting set. It's second down. Back to throw. It's Weigman. There's contact on the throw. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now third down coming up. We'll see if the offense can move the chains off that incompletion.
He just has to be protected better than that. He's the guy who can shift the tenure of a game. It's the offensive line's job to ensure he's kept clean.
And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first. And the Aggies come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. They're going to run it here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. They don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kurt, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete...
And it's the senior getting home with the sack.
Boy, another great play by an Alabama defensive lineman. And you just think about over the years, probably the last 30 years, going all the way back to John Copeland on that 1992 Alabama defense. Most recently, guys like... Deron Payne, Quentin Williams. Can always count on Bama having great defensive linemen and difference makers.
He pulls it in for a big gain. And an explosive play. Stop finally. Field at the 44.
Well, this is what you would call a three-down back. Running backs, they can run between the tackles, they can get outside, and they can also catch the ball out of the backfield. Here, they have the benefit of having one of those kind of backs that can not just catch the ball. Once he gets his hands on the ball, he's got enough wiggle and speed to be able to get after a defense.
Second down after that previous play. They'll run it here. That's the running back with the ball. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, I don't think the offensive line gave the back much of a chance at all. Now, give credit to the defense. It was almost like they were anticipating a run and got up close to the line of scrimmage in a hurry.
The offense 2 for 2 on third downs in this drive, but this will be tough. It's third and long. And here comes a deep shot. The catch is made for a huge pickup. No stopping him. Takes it all.
How'd he get that open? Oh, Lord.
Touchdown, Aggies. The offense stretching the lead, building momentum, Kirk. And if this defense isn't careful, this one could get ugly.
Right now, this is just flawless execution in every phase for this offense. Doing a great job of mixing in their calls. Right now, widening that lead and killing the will of their opponent.
He's going to return it from near the goal line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. They scored a touchdown on their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. From the shotgun, it's a handoff.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
And they've got him, but there's also a flag on the play.
Holding. Offense.
Will that holding penalty be a drive killer? Second down play coming up. To throw, it's Simpson. Looking to set up a screen pass here. And they bring him down after a solid gain, but it's still well short of the first down mark.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
It's third down. Quarterback in the shotgun. Caught over the middle. It's Prentice. Tackled at the 32. That's enough for a first down.
Well, that's exactly how you dice up a zone coverage. Nice throw downfield here on third down, and a really good route to give the quarterback a chance to make that play.
They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and it's a nice, solid game.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a third down.
We finally see a change-up from this defense. It has been a long game for this defensive coordinator. A lot of touchdown passes. They finally find a way to affect the timing between the quarterback and his receivers by getting pressure.
Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. 4th down and 2 in their own territory. Coach shows no hesitation. The offense is on the field. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
Chris, we're starting to see a theme here develop for this offense. They are willing to take chances and go for it on 4th down. That's the 3rd time that they've gone for it, and they've made it all 3 times.
This Alabama offense is moving quickly down the field. On first down, it's play action. From the pocket, delivers over the middle. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch. 2nd down after that completion. Looking to throw. It's Simpson. Running back has it on a screen now. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. Tackled inside the 40, and it's good enough for a first down.
Well, this is great execution here on this screen play to the running back to pick up big yards in the first down. I think in the process, Chris, they send a message to the defense. You can rush our quarterback all you want, but when you do, you better be careful because we're going to throw the screen on it.
Brought down after a solid run by the senior.
Chris, I don't know, there's just something about that Bama uniform. When they run the football, it just feels right. It's a combination of having those big offensive linemen, a really physical approach at the line of scrimmage, and backs that are able to pick up first downs like that right there. Beautiful play.
And they'll go right back to him on first down. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the mark, inches away.
Love those positive yards on 1st and 10, and it's not quite a first down. Looks like it'll bring 2nd inches, but sure does open up the playbook here to be able to open up, maybe take a shot downfield.
The long drive continues. The offense just grinding away here. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. tackle, but forced down.
A nice little simple touch pass here by the quarterback, getting the ball out to the receiver who's in motion. Look, that doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, and no offense is ever going to say no to moving the chains.
Moving the receiver around pre-snap. The pass rush closing in. And it's incomplete. Even in a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of play moving forward.
They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. Touchdown, tied. Still no answer for this offensive machine. And now they'll set up for the point after. They convert the PAT, so the lead is now 21. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. Return starts from inside the 5. Returner tackle right there. That's when they start the drive. And here comes the Aggies offense back on the field. So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Grab down the middle. It's Green.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
Second down play coming up for this offense. They're going to run it. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
So we've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense trying to get something going here and cut into this lead before halftime. Offense looking to keep the drive alive. It's 3rd down. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. And it's incomplete as he just overthrew his receiver that time.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. 3rd and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes. Ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
So here comes the Alabama offense back out of the field. They really had the defense off balance in the last possession, mixing and run and pass extremely well. So here we go. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. Dropping back, it's Simpson. Here's a screen pass to the running back. And the tackle is made, not the big play that we're looking for, but a pretty solid game.
And the defense is getting pressure on the quarterback. They got a little bit fooled here by the screen play. Nice positive gain for the offense.
And he's going to float this one to the right side. Makes the catch. Can he get in? And he's in. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Well, that's a well-oiled machine right there. Everyone on this offense has been a star in their roles. When they're rolling like this, it results in quick and positive results.
And the point after is right down the middle. And here's the return from inside the 5. And the returner is brought down. And here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. They're in a hole here before they have a chance to regroup at halftime. Let's see if they can cut into this big lead. First down, looking to throw the ball. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
Man, he got crushed there, didn't he, Chris? And we know this guy is their superstar. He's their leader. But based on that last play, this offensive line's got to do a better job of recognizing that they got to take care of him.
He's brought down quickly as short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker. Third down, out of the shotgun. The pocket breaking down. And it's incomplete on the overthrow. There's too much on that ball.
Boy, third down and short. They decide to throw the football, roll the dice a bit, doesn't work out. Now you're at fourth and short. You got to wonder, with this offensive line and this running back, do you run the football to convert, or do they try to go through the air again?
And here's the fair catch by the return man. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. They take the field with serious momentum. They have been tough to stop so far. Can they keep it going? Back to pass. It's Simpson. Bringing pressure. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Well, this quarterback's having one of those games you just dream about. A lot of yards and a lot of touchdown passes. And in fact, he had open receivers again for another big play. The defense finally got pressure on them, or I think it would have been potentially another touchdown.
And tackled after a small pickup there.
Boy, that last carry, Chris, puts him right at 100 yards for the game. How's he done it? Because he's been patient. He's followed his blocks. He's let everything develop in front of him, and he's busted through for some big gains.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's fourth down coming up. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. And on fourth down, the punter sends it away. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. They'll try to pick up the yardage on the ground. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to 29. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just one or two plays here before halftime. Now it's second down here. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Caught near the sticks. It's Owens. And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a first down. Time ticking away. Time for just one more play before halftime. Looking to throw it on first down. Pressure is coming. And the pass falls incomplete. No time left on the first half clock. Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Chris, thanks. What else might we expect in a game of this magnitude? Everything on the line. The eyes of the sports world on this battle with the coveted gold trophy at stake. And you know, in a day where the spread option and air raid are the offenses of choice, how nice is it to see the 3 yards and a cloud of dust approach? Although we've also seen some runs go for a lot longer. Physical offensive lines coupled with great backs is like a throwback to the olden days, and that's refreshing.
The Aggies will kick this away to get the second half going. Return begins inside the 10. Gets it to the 25-yard line. That's where they'll start the drive. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. We get the second half started with the running play. Breaking free at the 35. Tackle is made, but that's good for a first down at the 47.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
Nice play to start the drive. They're near midfield here for first and 10. Looking to throw. It's Simpson. Receiver makes the catch. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Big, really nice throw here to the slot receiver, and I love the quickness that he has after the catch. He's essentially a running back playing at that slot position. That's how dangerous he is after he makes a catch.
Finding space at the 20. And they tackle him, but a solid gain down to around the 5-yard line.
Well, that's what you love to see from an offense. The offensive line and the running back in sync, working together, and it pays off. What a big gain. Thought he might be close to being able to take it all the way to the end zone, but the defense just brings him down there inside the 5.
And the wideout goes in motion. They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Bama. To stretch the lead, the route is on.
And that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a 3rd or a 4th later today.
And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the return an opportunity to bring this back. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. And the Texas A&M offense heads back out onto the field. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Using his legs, it's Moss. Moves his way for a 1st down to the 35.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for you. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the 1st down, but he got it.
They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. And the player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff.
Well, the defense coordinator this week already telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all.
Oh,
really
man.
Sound defense on that play.
Scanning the field, it's Weigman. Quick completion to the tight end. Not easy to bring down. The cornerback finally gets the job done.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or 2 guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody. It allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
And the Aggies will line up to punt it away. This one is out of bounds, and that'll give the offense great field position. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. Here's the handoff. They've got him after a 7-yard gain, so 2nd and 3.
Another positive gain by this back. I'll tell you, between the offensive line sustaining blocks and this back's vision and ability to explode into that 2nd level of this defense, this guy is having a monster day in the biggest stage of all in the national championship.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. Alabama comes up with the line quickly. We go with a direct snap. Crossing the 40. Stop right near midfield. It'll be a 1st down. The offense really clicking against this battle defense. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
Well, this defense is going to have to mix up some looks because this back has had a monster day in the national championship. Running inside, running outside. The defense has got to do a good job of locking in on him to negate his big play ability.
And he's tackled, but only after picking up a 1st down.
Yeah, to me, Chris, with this offense, it's almost an extension of their running game. You put the receiver out in motion, you flip the ball out to him, out to the outside, let him do what he does best, which is use his instincts, and he picks up a 1st down.
Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 now. To throw, it's Simpson. He makes the grab. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain in that play.
How about the arm strength from this quarterback? He really didn't have any other option than to put it right in there and give it everything that he had. Great timing and a good job of squeezing that in between the defenders.
They look to throw it here on second down. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down. See if the offense can move the chains off that incompletion. On third and short, they hand the ball off. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. Alabama has now moved into the red zone. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. He's got some room. Can he get there? And they stop him just short. The defense really backed up now. It's first and goal. Here comes some more big bodies out for the defense. Play action here on first down. He's got it near the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama. Stretching the lead. It's getting ugly. This is just quarterback wizardry. With a national championship on the line tonight.
This might be as good of a quarterback performance as I've seen in a national championship in some time. The defense has got to try to do something to get him out of sync by trading the blitz or sit back and change up coverage, because what they've called up to this point just isn't working.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? And now the handoff. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Short throw complete to the tight end. And they get him down after the completion. So ball at the 30. This is a manageable third down play for the offense. Scanning the field. It's Weigman. And they'll send this one to the right side after a lot of time in the pocket. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Just a great job of anticipating that and coming up with a big interception by this defense. Because they have this lead, they've really forced this offense to become one-dimensional. They're expecting the ball to be into the air. The defensive backs have their eyes on the ball, and they're able to capitalize with a big pick here in the national title.
First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. That's reeled in. It's Prentice. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
But they love going to this guy in the slot, don't they? What a mismatch inside. He reels in another one. This guy's automatic.
Second down, looking to throw it. That's caught. It's Hale. Good enough for a fresh set of downs. They'll spot the ball at the 40. That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the first down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this first down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it, but eventually get the first.
Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. Play action. He's looking to throw. He'll try a pass here. Catch made on the out route. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
That's another accurate throw by this quarterback. And Chris, when we did our prep to get ready for the national championship, we all knew that this quarterback potentially could have a big day. but I didn't expect him to get into this kind of zone. This guy cannot miss. He's having one of those dream performances.
Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up.
Here we go.
And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Tackle made at the 26-yard line. This offense getting closer to the red zone. And that run good for 1st down yardage. The drive moves on. And now they run the draw play.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half. And he's already at it again.
On the run, it's Miller. Looks like Alabama will have the 1st down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Off the play fake, looking to throw on 1st down. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Good adjustment here by the defensive coordinator. Let's face it, it's been a tough game so far for this defense. They've given up a ton of yards and touchdowns through the air. This time they figured out a way to affect his timing, and they get the pressure to hit him before he can make another play.
And he's back to throw again on 2nd down. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up 3rd down. So here we go. 3rd down in the red zone. The kind of play that decides football games. Handing off on the draw play. Can he reach the end zone? Touchdown. Tied. And the beatdown continues. This back cannot be stopped. He is writing his own chapter in championship game history here tonight.
Chris, can you think of a time where we've seen a back have this kind of dominating performance? National champion?
Yeah, see that again. I mean, he broke through.
I mean, it's been some time. This guy's running hard and just so much fun to watch.
And the PHC is good as they continue to build away even more. Getting set to kick the ball off now. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback. He'll start at the 25. Here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Here's the 2nd down play. Caught near the sideline. It's Williams. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage. That run sets up a critical 3rd down play. Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. Tight end makes the grab. The gain was enough to move the sticks. Ball at the 40. The guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. Looking to pass. It's Weigman. Here's the throw deep downfield. And that deep shot is caught for a big gain. Touchdown, A&M. This offense really clicking. That's another strike from this quarterback, Kirk. He is having himself a day.
This guy's just having one of those days you dream about against this secondary. Let's also give credit to the wide receivers doing a nice job of getting open, and the big fellas up front for giving him enough time to throw.
The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. They'll return it from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. Here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. This group has been clicking. They've really built momentum. And the defense make adjustments. Come up with a stop here. Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. Caught over the middle. It's Prentice.
Boy, this receiver in the slot is giving this defense all kinds of problems. He has another catch on the day. You may want to adjust out, get out of your base, maybe try 5 or 6 defensive backs on the field. Somebody that can match up more athletically against this slot receiver.
Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down.
Good job of reading the blitz here by the quarterback. And it doesn't matter where it's coming from. The tight end knows that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an outlet. Anytime you see that kind of pressure, those extra bodies are starting.
And he floats this pass deep down the right side. But this one is broken up, falls incomplete.
Boy, that was beautiful. Man, this defensive back, he's putting on a clinic today on how to defend against the deep ball and man coverage without committing a penalty. I'm sure the secondary coach is very proud of that execution.
He's brought down, but not before the gain to the 42-yard line.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance at a really nice gain.
Good enough for first down yardage.
Boy, just a blown opportunity here by this defense. They got him the third down, a chance to potentially get them off the field. And the fact that they're trailing, they needed to make a play. You've got to give credit to this offense. In the national championship, that big offensive line opened up a hole, and they pick up the first down and keep working clock.
This is the 6th play on the drive. Dropping back, it's Simpson. Receiver makes the grab. He's brought down, but the gain moves the ball to the 39.
Another big gain by this wide receiver. This guy has had a great year all season long. You knew coming into the national championship he'd have a shot to make a lot of big plays. But give credit to the offensive coordinator, moving him around, allowing him to find space to do work.
First down, looking to throw the football. There's a shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. This one is getting ugly.
You put 5 wide receivers into a formation that puts so much pressure on the defense to cover. The quarterback does such a good job of finding the weakness and exploiting it.
Point after, not right through. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. And here comes the Aggies offense back on the field. In the first play of the drive now from the 25. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Grab down the middle. It's Tees. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39. First down here for this offense. Quarterback pulls the ball. It's a keeper. Breaking free at midfield. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. It's a huge gain all the way down inside the 30. Another chunk play. This offense is really clicking. He hands it to the back. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Ball handed to the running back. And he's brought down, but he does have him.
Was a nice job up front by the offensive line to give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he was able to get downfield for the first down.
In the red area, it's Moss. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Handoff heading left. And that's a solid gain before the defense able to bring him down. The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Looking to pass. It's Weigman. Launching one to the end zone. Wow, a third hit tonight by the QB. And a big takeaway by the defense on the final play of the quarter. So Alabama will take the lead into the quarter break here. And in this battle for the national championship, it has been a beatdown so far. Not a what you hope for. Let's review how we got here. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. That run moves the ball to the 16.
Well, how fitting for him to get another nice carry here, because it's been that kind of game in the national title. We knew coming in that he was going to be showcased. I didn't think he would have this kind of performance on this big of a stage, but he has, and a big reason why they're going to win this national title.
Play call here, 3rd and short inside their own 20. They want to get this drive going, or a punt could give the opponents excellent field position. He'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
What a shock, right? This guy once again gets his hands on the football, and great things seems to happen. He's over 120 yards on the day, and it's really been a combination of his vision and speed, along with really dominant offensive line play.
The gain good for just a few yards. The defense swarming to the football. 2nd down after that run on the previous play.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Takes the handoff. It's Young. After second effort, he's brought down, but he's past the marker.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given the quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. Right now, the psyche of this offense is we're in control, and we can do whatever we want whenever we feel like doing it.
To throw, it's Simpson. Fires this one deep middle. Tried to go very deep.
Wrong damn butt.
Now it's 3rd down.
Chris, we're all guilty of this. We all look at the big plays, the quarterbacks, the offense, how many points, how many yards. Sometimes we overlook the most important aspect of the game, the offensive line. You've got to do a good job consistently protecting the quarterback, and all comes down.
Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. Out of bounds, but not before a big gain. This offense is ripping the defense apart today. Another big play for this offense, Kirk. They are not throttling back here, even with a comfortable lead in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, this defensive coverage seems one step behind the entire game. Even when they call the right coverage, the offense has made the plays that they need to be able to put points on the board.
Pre-snap motion from the offense. Handoff from the shotgun.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Now they'll run a draw play. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down this drive. It's 3rd down and 7. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Caught over the middle. It's Williams. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. Alabama getting set for the 1st and 10 now. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Brought down after picking up 5 yards, so 2nd and 5. The long drive continues. The offense pushing the ball down the field. To the air, it's Simpson. Makes a quick catch. Defense shoves it out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
He's got it right near the end zone. And they'll bring him down after a short game. Moves the football inside the 5.
Well, he's been their go-to guy all game long. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. They go his way again, and it works out.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Ball back at the 6 for 2nd and goal off that loss. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. And off inside, looking for the touchdown. And he's tackled down at the 4-yard line. Defense getting pushed back.
Well, no surprise there. They gave it to him one more time. The defense is able to come up with a stop. Listen, this guy's already got 3 touchdowns on the game, and he looks hungry for number 4. Give it to him again.
He moves the ball to the 4. It's 3rd down and goal. Quarterback drops back. He's moving out of the pocket. And he's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete. So they're short on 4th down. The coach decides to trot out the field goal team. And he knocks it right through the uprights. And they add to their lead. Set for the kickoff here after adding to this big lead.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
Fields it inside the 5-yard line. Returner brought down. Sets up the next drive. And here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. Airing this one out toward the sideline. Aggressive call, a deep shot on 1st down, but incomplete. Offense getting set. 2nd down play here.
The other quarterback.
And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on 1st down. Caught on the outside. It's Daniels. And he's going to run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Wanted no part of contact on that play. Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this 1st down?
I really thought that this matchup between this quarterback and his receivers going up against this defense in the national title would have been must-see TV. But, man, this defense, they have won that battle the entire game, and they enjoy a nice lead because of that.
And the returner brought down by the coverage team. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. The last possession, they were able to milk some clock and add 3 points to the scoreboard. Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Back to pass. It's Simpson. Running back grabs it on a screen. Great cut. They whiff on him. They make the stop, but not before he gains the 1st down. The screenplay works.
They're still trusting this quarterback to make great throws, and why not? He has had a game you dream about in the national championship. Every throw right on the money. He's had time to make great throws, and he has delivered to be, in my opinion, the MVP in the national title.
And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Caught in the backfield. It's Williams. Defense drops him for a loss. Tougher second down on the way.
Yeah, Chris, not an ideal play here when you throw the football and you... Wrong direction. I think we got to look at the playbook here to see how we can try to make those yards up.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Looking to scramble now. Tackle finally made. That's a very solid gain, but not close to first down yardage. An important third down conversion coming here in the red zone. Quarterback in the shotgun here on third down. Caught quickly. Touchdown, Bama. And the route is on.
Chris, you talk about having a day. This offense just goes out. They're not even looking at the scoreboard. They're just going out, executing the play called, and continuing to put points on the board.